maths teacher. For class 5th and 6th students, I am a new maths teacher, and for class 7th, 8th and 9th, I will be the science teacher. Okay, so let us introduce myself first. So I have done my MSc in biochemistry and B.Ed in CBZ method, and I have totally 10 years of teaching experience. And previously I have done in KV, Kendriya Vidyalaya High School, teaching science, and before that I have done 8 years in different PU colleges. So in Kasturba College I have did National Education Trust, so and in Kuwempu University also I have done my teaching. So today we are going to start. So today we will start with the first chapter, nutrition in plants. Okay, so nutrition in plants. So in the class 5th and 6th we have already come across what is nutrition, what is balanced diet, everything, isn't it? So nutrition means the components of food which nourishes our body, which helps to grow, which helps to do all the activities, which helps to repair the tissues, which helps to repair the injured organs, etc., isn't it? So the nutrition means the components of food which nourishes our body. Okay, so which are all the components of food then? Okay, the components of food are called as nutrients. The components of food which helps to nourish our body, they are called as nutrition. The mode of intake of food which helps to nourish the body, which helps to repair the tissues, which helps to build the building blocks of our body. So they are called as nutrition, and the components of food which helps to nourish our body is called as the nutrients. Then which are all those components of food? Which are all those nutrients? The nutrients are carbohydrates, then proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, roughage. Roughage means the dietary fibers, roughages, and water. So these are all the nutrients which are necessary for our body in order to maintain our activities of the food, maintain energy. Okay, so and all. So these are all components of food, and we already studied. So from where we will get the carbohydrates, from which part of the food we will get the proteins, we will get the fats, vitamins, minerals, roughages, and water. Okay, so these are all about the nutrients. So and then we know that all the living organisms, for its survival, they have to depend upon these nutrients in order to get energy. In order to get energy, so then there are different types of living organisms which depend upon different mode of nutrition. There are different types of living organisms are there which depend upon different modes of nutrition. So for example, plants, different types of living organisms means plants, animals are there, plants are there, microorganisms are there. Okay, so insects. So these are all the different types of living organisms. Among that, so plants follow the different modes of nutrition, and animals follow the different modes of nutrition. So there are two modes of nutrition are there. Mainly there are two modes of nutrition are there. One is autotrophic nutrition, and another one is heterotrophic nutrition. So then what do you mean by the autotrophic nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition means, auto means self-nourishing. self-nourishing, that is, so they will prepare their food by using the simple materials. They prepare their own food by using the simple materials. So whereas heterotrophic means, hetero means so others, hetero means others, that is, so tropic means nourishment. Okay, so here they depend upon others for their nourishment, they depend upon others for their nutrition. So autotrophic nutrition means so the nutrition is the mode of that is mode of taking nutrition by using the cell, by using the simple materials and preparing the food by themselves, So can you give example which are all the living organisms which undergo autotrophic nutrition? Yes, the plants undergoes autotrophic nutrition, that means they self-nourishes, that is they prepare their own food by using the simple materials. Okay, that we will study in detail. That is how they will prepare the food and which simple materials they will use for the preparation of food. In the same way, heterotrophic nutrition means in this mode of nutrition they will take the nutrition from the others which are already prepared. So in this heterotrophic nutrition different types are there, that is herbivores are there, herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, parasites, saprophytes, like that. The food is already prepared by someone and these heterotrophs get nourished from those food. So that type of nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, so these are the main two types of nutrition, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. So next, the living things which undergo this mode of nutrition, that is autotrophic mode of nutrition, so they are called as autotrophs. The things which undergo autotrophic mode of nutrition, that is preparing the food by themselves by using the simple materials, those type of organisms are called as autotrophs, and the organisms which depend upon others for their food, they are called as the heterotrophs. Okay, so now we have studied about what is nutrition and what are nutrients, and what are the different types of nutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, so roughages and water, and so which are the different types of living organisms, and so which type of nutrition they undergo. There are two types of nutrition, mainly autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. In that, the organisms which prepare their food by the mode of nutrition like autotropism, that is called, those organisms are called as autotrophs, and the organisms which undergo heterotrophic mode of nutrition, they are called as the heterotrophs. Okay, so I think you are all understood up to this, and then we will move on to the how autotrophs they will prepare the food. How autotrophs prepare the food. You can follow in your textbook what I am doing here. While doing the lesson, please take your textbook and so see which are all the topics are going to cover, and read the textbook without miss. Okay, you have to read the lesson so up to date on that day only in which the class has handled. Okay, so next, so how the autotrophic nutrition, how the autotrophs prepare the food. Autotrophs are nothing but the plants. So we know that so plants we all know the parts of the plant. Parts of the plant, this is the root, stem, branches, leaves, flower. Okay, so this is the structure of a plant. Okay, so how the plants prepare their food? The plants mainly prepare their food by the process called photosynthesis. By the process called photosynthesis. What do you mean by photosynthesis? Photo means light, and the synthesis means production. Synthesis means production. Synthesis means production. That is the process of production of food by using the sunlight. Photo means light. Here sunlight is the light. Sun is the ultimate source of energy from which all organisms get the heat and light. Isn't it? So, by using the sunlight, the plants are going to prepare their food. That's why this process is called as photosynthesis. Okay, so then the question arises, is only the sunlight is enough to prepare the food for the plants? No. The plants, along with this sunlight, the plants also needs. So one another energy source, so that is carbon dioxide. They need, for the preparation of food, they need the carbon dioxide, and then water, and then minerals. Carbon dioxide. For the carbon dioxide, so as a science student, so we should learn how to write it in a symbolic form. Carbon dioxide means CO2. For the water, H2O. We have to write symbolically. That is the chemical symbols we use and write. So that is water means H2O, carbon dioxide means CO2. And along with this, minerals are also needed by the plant in order to prepare the food. Okay, so this is by using these simple materials like carbon dioxide, which is present in the atmosphere. So and then water. Okay, so by using minerals present in the soil, by using these materials, they will prepare the food. And one important thing, in the plant, in the leaves, okay, so in the leaf, a green color pigment is there, chlorophyll. Green color pigment is there, which gives the green color to the plant, so that is called chlorophyll. By using these materials, so they will prepare the food, they will self prepare the food. That process is called as photosynthesis. So when we put water for the soil, so that is absorbed by the roots of the plants, and these roots, primary roots and secondary roots are all there. So the root hairs are present, which helps in absorption of water. More plenty water is absorbed with the presence of more root hairs. So that is root hair helps in absorption of water and minerals. Okay, so from the soil, and then it transports so through the stem, and it reaches to each and every part of the plant. As and when it reaches the leaves are called as the kitchen of the plant. Because mainly our food prepared in the kitchen, in the same way the food prepares in the plant, that is leaves of the plant. That's why leaves are called as the kitchen of the plant, where chlorophyll are present, where chlorophyll is present in plentiful, present in plentiful. So these minerals and water reaches the leaves of the plant, so and start preparing the food there. And from where does the carbon dioxide come? From where does the carbon dioxide come? The carbon dioxide enters into the plant, so through a tiny pores called stomata. Where does stomata present? When you take out the leaves, when you take out the leaf, you can see the tiny pores. You can see the tiny pores. You can see the tiny pores. If we see those tiny pores under the microscope, it will look like this. This is the structure of stomata. This is the stomatal pore. This is the stomatal pore. This is the stomatal pore, and this is the guard cell. This is the guard cell. Let me write clearly. Let me write clearly. If I take out the section of the leaf, if I take out the section of the leaf, if I take out the section of the leaf and see under the microscope, so we can see the cells arranged like this. We can see the cells arranged like this. We can see the cells arranged like in between these. So like this, the cells are arranged in a leaf section. Okay, these are called cells. That is, the structural and functional unit of all the living organisms is called cell, and it contains the cell membrane. It contains the cell wall and cell membrane, and within that cytoplasm means the liquid part, so which contains cell organelles, which contains the cell organelles. So cell membrane is there, cytoplasm is there. These are in detail you will study in the next year. So a little bit, so superficially I will tell that these cells are the structural and functional unit of all the living organism in plants and animals also, and it is, so that is it contains the cell membrane, which is a protective membrane. And then, so within that cell, cytoplasm is present, a liquid which contains the necessary cell organelles, which helps to nourish that cell. And so in between these cells, guard cells are present. This is the guard cell, and so this is the stomatal pore, stomatal pore, which helps to take the carbon dioxide inside, which helps to take the carbon dioxide inside, which helps to take the carbon dioxide inside. Like this I will show here. Which helps to take the carbon dioxide inside. From this route, the carbon dioxide enters into the plant. Okay, so mainly photosynthesis. So it needs the simple materials like carbon dioxide, water, carbon dioxide. That is, first in equation form we will write, in word equation we will write, that is, photosynthesis is done by using the simple materials like carbon dioxide, water, and then minerals in the presence of sunlight in the chlorophyll. So, the carbohydrate or the starch is synthesized. Starch is synthesized. So like this, so carbon dioxide plus water plus minerals, carbon dioxide plus water by using the minerals in presence of sunlight and by using the chlorophyll, our plants are going to prepare the starch. Starch means here we will write C6H12O6. So, N. Okay, this is the equation of photosynthesis. This is the word equation, and this is the equation of the photosynthesis from which the plant prepares the food. So, this is all we have studied about the photosynthesis. Today we have covered the topics like what is a nutrition, what are nutrients, and which are all the different modes of nutrition. That is autotrophic nutrition we have discussed, heterotrophic nutrition we have discussed. In the autotrophic nutrition in detail we have done about photosynthesis, how the photosynthesis takes place in the plants, and plants are the only living organisms which prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So, and the word equation and the equation of photosynthesis. So, these are all the topics we have covered today. So, let us wind up for today, and in the next class we will continue the next part. Okay. So, in exercise questions, which are all these topics covers, so those questions you have to write in your classwork. Okay.